do?
What do?
What do? I think you
What
know what
do?
we do.
What do? MSQ?
MSQ, back to Mordor.
Woo-hoo.
Squire, what is the current time?
It is currently 12:56.
Good. Have a cookie, Squire.
Joke's on you, I will. I have a package of Oreos in front of me.
How dare you? You're not sharing them with your knights? How dare you, Squire?
Yes, let me just shove this through the bandwidth. And you can have an Oreo.
Hell yes.
Putting an Oreo on a baggie.
Is it a real
and putting
flavor or is it a
plane.
fucked up flavor?
Hmm?
Is it a real flavor?
It's actually it's a JoJo from Trader Joe's.
Huh? Sorry, I blacked out after you said the word JoJo.
JoJo. Deal. It's one of Trader Joe's like. It's an Oreo, but
it's a Jorio?
wrong. Uh huh.
Hello, actual life.
Hello, Taratu.
Yeah, there you go. Alright. Oh boy. Let's get this over with. Gala, no Thurtha. Just the heroes I wanted to see. Would you mind doing me a small favor? I need you to meet me at the Diamond Forge. This won't take long, I promise.
Okay.
Okay, back outside.
Okay. Where'd you go? Where's my friend?
I'm going to the Diamond Forge.
Where's my friend? You teleported without me?
No, I didn't even teleport. It's here in Mordona.
Ow. Ow.
Oh.
I'm a different blue job again.
But you said you were going to stick with Warrior.
Yeah. No, I didn't feel. Why won't it glamour my shit? 1 second.
Hi-ho.
Hi-ho! Kermit the Frog here.
Kermit the Frog here. Fozzie, that's terrible. Where is she? I'm sorry to drag you away from your duties, but as I said, this won't take long. I just need you to stand perfectly still for a few moments.
Odd.
Right, everyone? Ready to go to work? No squirming now. Oh, and you might want to close your eyes.
Interesting. I don't like the look on Tatar's face.
There. All finished. The Warriors of Light's every measurement from heroic head to intrepid foot. You could have just asked. Well, wouldn't you like to know? All in good time. All in good time.
Desert outfit, desert outfit, desert outfit.
Aha! Found you. Alphino wants everyone in the Solar for a meeting. I don't know what it's about, but he seemed to think it was very important. Go on. We have everything we need. No sense in keeping everyone waiting.
Something is up with Ida. I know this. Now that we're back on the MSQ, I can get back to what I've been thinking about.
Yeah.
I've said I'm going to say it on camera because I've said it in Discord, and so there's no proof. I think the Griffin is Ilbert.
I think this is a voice cutscene, so you may have to wait.
Damn.
We're here. Did we miss anything?
It is voiced.
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Urianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
We don't need her, Urianger.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you, Elise. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the Warriors of Darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention. And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Trial.
Is that all? Well, then the
vote for
decision
Crow.
seems clear.
I vote for Alpha now.
No one else has shown
Yeah,
any
obviously,
enthusiasm
narratively,
for
it's
the
gonna be
role,
fucking
and judging by
Alphino.
your performance at our previous meeting,
But,
you would
like-
seem the perfect candidate. You always
Crow.
did have a flair for politics.
No, Chaos. Thancred.
Thancred antecedent.
Thancred.
I did not mean to... That was not my intention. As my tenure as commander of the
in the
Crystal
Minfilia
Braves
outfit.
comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office.
I'm sure someone
I
has
would
done
much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Should none of our number step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede she might struggle to balance her new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
Thancred makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations. Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh my goodness! Help! I need some help here!
Oh, hey.
Tataru, are you all right?
Interesting.
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
Narco! God, how did... Yashola! Please, you have to help her.
Crow, a
Naga.
hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
Ida, you being sus.
Now, we've staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all. Thank you. My message. It was too important to delay. I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Honestly, you're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. Ah, but I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago. and I belong to the Alamegan resistance. I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin. He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new. Something reckless.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Aye, and on no easy target. He means to assault Belsar's wall from the Alamegan side.
But what does the Griffin possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
So, he means to spark a conflict between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
His plan is flawed. Even should the Resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
Agreed. I should depart for Limsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours. Alphino and Alize, make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She will duly call a council of the Alliance leaders, whom you must be ready to receive. You will be our voice in Ishgard. Explain the situation to Sir Emeric, and encourage him to send an envoy. To Taru, Kryl, I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed. I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
I suspect the ill tidings from Girabania will be held as a turning point. The beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice. 'Twas Master Louis Soir himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied. And so, I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
So, in case you haven't been able to piece it together, the voice that has been capstoning each of the MSQs since 3.3 has been Papalimo. I don't know.
Good friend Papalimo.
I don't know if you remember, but I distinctly remember when it first happened. I'm like, how do I know this voice? And it hit me like a truck. I'm like, oh, right.
Yeah. So, finishing my theories, I think Ida isn't... Ida is either, like, scarred, like, gnarly scarred in her mask. Her mask is doing some kind of illusion to hide her identity. Either hiding a scar or she's not Ida. That's my... Because Papalimo said something in the last patch about regretting giving her that mask.
Okay.
That's my... Those are the only two real theories I have going right now. Is Ilbert is a griffin and Ida is... Something about her identity is fucky.
Well, we'll probably learn something.
Here's hoping.
Really? I can't teleport while sitting? Busted game.
Pardon me.
Jesus.
It's all these JoJo's.
Surprised you even get one of them in there. They're so buff.
Indeed. Okay, where are we going?
The Forgotten Knight.
The Forgetting It. Where are the knights who say?
Man, Heavensward would have been so much better instead of the Knights of the Round Table. It was the Knights of the Round Table.
Lucia?
Greetings, warriors of light. What business brings you to Ishgard? I see. Wait here. I will summon Sir Emmerich.
Hi, hand loop.
Hello, Northoda. Ah, it is good to see you, my friends. It is but a pity it must be under such circumstances. Had Lucia not informed me of the urgency of your suit, I would certainly have sent for some wine. But to business.
Stop trying to get me drunk.
I thank you for bringing these developments in Ala Migo to our attention. Ishgard will, of course, send an envoy to attend the council in Gridania. I cannot say who will represent us, however, as the choice is not mine to make. Not mine alone, at any rate. Given the imminence of the threats, we may forego the formalities of a full assembly, but I will still need to consult my counterpart from the House of Commons prior to proceeding. Will you permit me some time to make the necessary arrangements? I thank you. Our representative, whomever we select, will require a suitable escort. Make your preparations and inform Sir Handloop that he is to lead in your absence. Yes, Lord Commander. Gala, no third son. Pray accompany Lucia to the Gates of Judgment and make ready to depart for Gridania. I will have our envoy join you as soon as I can. Fury speed you on your way. Joy. Incredibly fucked up saying the word joy. Joan.
Yeah, hey.
It's me, Sir Emmerich. I cannot for the life of me do a Christopher Walken. I can never figure it out. Lucia.
Luchador.
Lucha.
Lucha.
We have no other business in the city. Join me at the Gates of Judgment. I must be ready to depart the instant the envoy arrives. Well, I think this is it. I think this is the last major time we're going to be in Ishgard.
Hell yeah. Fuck out of here, Catholic France.
I mean, yeah, but this is...
it's grown on me. It's grown on me.
This has so much nostalgic remembrance for me, because this is when I started.
Belly. Sorry, Jonesy has been brought in with her belly.
Oh.
I gotta give her some belly rubbings.
Very important cat times.
Indeed.
I shall wait you across the steps of judgment.
Beltardois, Beltarloda.
You are perhaps wondering who will represent Ishgard at the council. As this is a military matter, I should not be surprised if Sir Emmerich nominated himself. He is yet Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, after all.
Destinacion.
What?
Destinacion.
Oh, it sounded like you said Asian.
Yes.
Oh god. Ah,
there he is.
Yeah, of course. We meet again. As it happens, my counterpart in the House of Commons agreed that I should act as Ishgord's envoy.
Ishgord?
Jesus! Emmerich, what the fuck is up with your voice? Why am I fucking up so much? Ishgord's envoy. Not, I can see that there was ever any real doubt. As Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, it is my duty to sanction any military cooperation. Be that as it may, I could not in good conscience make the decision alone. Not with the ink scarce dry in the Republic's Book of Statuses. Statutes. That's not a real word.
Statutes.
Yes,
it is.
I trust you understand, my friends. Alas, I must test your patience still further by making a brief stop at Camp Dragonhead. Given the trouble brewing in the Black Shroud, I would see that the garrison is ready to defend the border.
Oh boy.
Hell yeah, we're getting into geopolitics.
Nothing quite like some geopolitical intrigue.
I'm not sure if I mentioned this in a recording, but I play a lot of Guild Wars 2. Last year's expansion, the year before, Seekers of the Obscure, fucking terrible. I hated every minute of it. The next expansion opened with a good 10 minutes of a geopolitical meeting between like every nation of Tyria, bringing up and questioning about threads that are going on like 10 years now, and I'm like, yes, 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 please, just more of this.
He used to be here. Oh my god, the portrait! Wait! Wait.
The portraits, I'm pretty sure the portraits are always been there.
Well, I've never noticed it, and now it's making me sad.
Yeah. Maybe it's not, I don't know, but it's still funny.
I'm constantly trying to conjure up, being sad about Horse Spawn, because I apparently wasn't sad enough.
No.
About it.
You weren't ready to kill a man. You were not sad enough. The garrison commander awaits with it. Why not accompany? You may see a familiar face.
It's gonna be...
It's the portrait that we've already seen, Emmerich?
Oh no.
Oh, wait, no.
The boys! Gala, no Thoto girls! How wonderful to see you! And Sir Emmerich too! To what do I owe these unexpected pleasures?
I will have some mulled wine brought up from the kitchens at once, if you'll excuse. Nay, do not trouble yourself, Honoroi. We shall soon be on our way. Lucia, a brief summary, if you will. Yes, Lord Commander.
Those villains hardly need an excuse to wage war. Bloodletting comes as naturally as breathing to a Gaul. I mean to an Imperial.
And thus, we shall strengthen our patrols as you suggest. We shall also be sure to communicate these developments to Lord Francel and the Observatorium. I see you have everything in hand. Carry on, Commander. Man.
He's growing up. Surprised to see yours truly at the helm.
They gave this man control of a regiment?
You and me both, old girl. I doubt I'll ever feel worthy to sit where he sat. It's gotta be new.
Maybe.
I don't think that
I
was
swear
there.
I've seen it above there before.
Yes, you've also played all the way through the game before.
No, that's not what I meant with Dolly, you dummy!
Yet we can but play the hand we're dealt. And with a little help from the veterans, and Honorroy's ceaseless chiding, I'm sure I'll muddle through. So hurry not, old girl. Off to Gridania with you.
My lord, I'm standing right here.
My lord. My lord, your wife, Lady Macbeth approaches. I don't know why I thought of Jimmy Neutron in that moment, but I did.
I didn't even know it was Jimmy Neutron.
It's one of the best episodes of Jimmy Neutron, to be fair. Where like they're putting on Macbeth and Jimmy makes a bunch of like shit for the show and it becomes like Macbeth in space.
Oh my god, I think I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, Sheena's a guard with one line, which is, "My lord, your wife, Lady Macbeth approaches." And he workshops it for Jimmy in like 10 different ways, and one of them is like with a fucking bad like Mexican mustache.
Jesus Christ.
"My lord, your wife, Lady Macbeth approaches."
God. Alright. Time for fun times.
Every once in a while, you'll get a little glimpse into why I'm so fucking weird.
Yeah, why do you think I've gravitated towards these friend groups?
That's fair.
Weird
That is
begets
fair.
weird.
Frick.
Diplomatic duties have brought me here on several occasions, but I find that I am as enraptured by the Black Shroud's beauty now as when at first I laid eyes upon it. I fear that this time, however, events shall not afford us the luxury of enjoying the splendor of the forest.
The splendor of the blender.
The splendor of the blunder.
Food.
Spaghetti
carbonara. I gotta get my spaghetti carbonara.
You're not gonna take the heavenly eggnog?
No, I want spaghetti carbonara.
It says in the tooltip it has a healthy splash of dark spiced rum. The priests apparently love it.
Carbonara.
Fine. It seems we are to have an escort to the Lotus Stand. A pleasant place to discuss unpleasant matters, is it not? Yes, of course. It is like that we are the last to arrive. Let us announce ourselves, shall we?
Oh, huh.
Hey, look, it's Aiden.
Wait, actually, where?
No. Over by the way to New Gridania. The NPC.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm like, where's the cat girl?
Just look around you.
Yeah, I know.
There are cathedrals forced upon you.
Mikedos? Is that where we're going? Or the Conjurers?
Conjurers Guild.
I went to Botanist because I clicked and then it didn't.
You can, like, barely see the symbol for Nafaka.
No fucker.
Nafaka.
Nafaka.
Like, you can just barely see it in there. It's on the big rock on the top.
Oh yeah.
Maybe one of these days I'll bring you around.
To what?
Find all the rocks. Okay, it just sends me right in.
Yep. Oh boy.
The envoy from Ishgard has arrived. Very good. This way if you please. And the Leminson party as well. Yugiri!
Yugiri! I had hoped to slip in unannounced, but I see I was not the only one delayed in my arrival. A greeting, Sir Emmerich.
Admiral. Always a pleasure.
And Gala Northota, I trust you are well. 'Tis a day for reunions, it seems. I believe you are well acquainted with my escort.
Lady Gala, Lady Northota. I was glad to hear from Briol that the missing scions have now been found.
There is much and more I would discuss with you, but first let us attend to the issue at hand. Shall we? Was it a happy accident or intentional that now that Assured's in the Alliance we both voiced two leaders?
I think I planned it.
Nice.
I bid you welcome, my
It's
friends.
voiced.
It's voiced.
As you will by now be aware,
Thank God.
the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have come into possession of certain intelligence concerning recent developments in the region of Gir Abania. It springs, I am assured, from an unimpeachable source. Is that not so, Master Alphino?
Indeed, Elder Seedseer. Our information comes directly from a member of the Resistance's inner circle, and we have no cause to doubt its veracity.
This griffin of theirs is a fool if he thinks he can hold Belsar's wall against the Empire.
Wait.
When the Imperials move to take it back, they will come in force. And the resulting fighting is all but certain to spill over into the Black Shroud.
Yes, it's named
At
after
the Battle of
Gaius.
Cartano, the
No,
combined
no.
might of 3 grand companies laboured to contend with the remnants of but a single Imperial Legion.
Yep.
Alone, Gridania would be hard-pressed indeed to hold back the tide, should the Garleans turn their minds from reclamation to invasion.
May I once more convey my nation's deepest regrets for our inaction in the days prior to the calamity. 'Tis a stain upon our ledger that I would fain remove. Elder Seedseer, I do hereby request leave to deploy a defensive force within the borders of Gridania. Ishgard's return to the Alliance shall be honored by more than mere ink upon parchment.
The Doman people too would join any effort that weakens our common foe. We are few, but our most seasoned shinobi are at your disposal.
On behalf of my people, I offer you my humble thanks. Gridania welcomes your assistance.
It is time we set our contingency plans in motion. Is the Alliance agreed? Then let us make ready for war. Victory favors the swift. There is much to be done.
The Council knows that Alamigo will not soon be wrested from the Empire, and its decision to bolster the border's defences seems eminently practical. Why then, brother, do you scowl so?
I agree that they have chosen the wisest course available. Indeed, the only reasonable one. Yet something feels awry. In making ready for war, is the Alliance not granting the Griffin the very thing he desired? Any attempt to hold the wall is doomed to failure, aye. But I wonder if we have misjudged the prize for which he plays.
So my okay was, I hadn't clocked Robon's new voice actor yet, but I've got him now. He's the voice I use for Hawk in Dragon Age 2. And also a lot, like, he's done a ton of stuff that I've played, but usually as, like, additional, like, not a specific character, but, like, background stuff. And I'm like, that's why his name sounds so familiar, because I've probably been hearing it all the time.
Alright, Alphino.
That the Council was able to reach an accord so swiftly is a heartening development in itself. I only hope my misgivings prove unfounded.
Ah, good. You have yet to depart. I fear I had missed you.
Sir Emmerich!
Master Alphino, a pleasure as always. And Mistress Alizair, how wonderful to see you thus recovered. Pardon the interruption. I had hoped to thank Gala and Othota for serving as our escort, or other duties carried them away. I also wish to thank our Doman ally.
I like how the hatching tight eggs are in the background of all this.
Yep. Forgive me, my lord. I was but awaiting an opportune moment to join the conversation. Force of habit made me keep to the shadows. No apologies are necessary, Mistress Yugiri. I was most grateful for your interjection when I offered Ishgard's support. My nation's historic failure to heed the Alliance's pleas for aid is a matter of record. Even so, the Alliance leaders were plainly unprepared for my impromptu apology. The resulting air of awkwardness might have lingered longer were it not for your timely offer of cooperation, which allowed the elder Seedseer to accept us both. I very much appreciated the corrected gesture. I only did my duty, Sir Emmerich. The Empire is an enemy to us all, and we are grateful for the opportunity to fight at your side. And full well we are to have you. Pray convey my regards to the Scions, my friends. We must return to Ishgard.
Bitchgard. Not actually, like a course of habit.
Whatever is wrong with a simple sorry or thank you? Must these politicians always make a speech out of everything?
I like how anti-establishment Alize has become.
Yep.
That is how we adults speak, dear sister.
Mayhap the ones who like the sound of their own voice. In any case, our business here is concluded. We should be on our way as well. Will you accompany us to Revenant's Toll, Yugiri?
Actually, I think I shall first pay a brief visit to the East Shroud. I am curious to know how Papalimo and Ida fared in their talks with the Sylphs, not to mention what has been going on at Baelsar's Wall. I will join you at the Rising Stones anon.
Eggs. So many eggs. I'm gonna go look at the hatching site stuff. I haven't looked at it at all. Considering fucking tomorrow's Easter.
God. I didn't even think about that. It's my least favorite holiday.
It's
Melurons.
Where are you? Where the fuck are you? Where's anyone?
Here she is!
There's no one will know this. Yeah? Egg. Where are the secret NPCs?
Our good friend Aliapo.
Did they only show up after you do the stupid quest? Fucking...
Probably.
Get me the fuck out of here. I do not like this year's rewards for it. It is just a parasol.
We've got parasols.
Yeah, but this one's yellow.
I don't want a yellow parasol. I like my bomb parasol. Why is the light so weird?
Because it is gloomy.
Weird.
That's just
Alduin Stargazer. Sorry. It's a very dramatic name.
Yeah. Welcome back, Kitsu. I don't know about you, but I am heartily glad that all of the talking is over. I understand that these council meetings are important, but do you not find it tiresome to have to weigh every word before you speak it? That will ever feel at home in the realms of politics. That said, people have been known to change. My brother is willing to run his own errands. Anything is possible.
I got my carbonara.
Dios Bulgarum. Well?
An orchestrion roll. Griffin on the wall.
Okay, actually.
Just another brick in the wall? Pink Floyd? Sorry. ADHD word association is a bitch.
Yeah. Well, as much as I enjoy the bustle of the toll, I think it's time we headed inside. My brother and the others will not be long.
Your brother.
My brother. That's how we're going to refer to him now. Ulfino. Ulfino.
Ulfino.
Oof.
Oof.
Oof. Oh god, every single person in this cutscene is me.
Hell yeah!
Oh god. You have returned from the council. But what if Alphino? Did some other matter require his attention? Oh thank god.
Mine apologies. I trust we have not kept you waiting over long.
Greetings, everyone. Oh, Cryo. How's Nago doing? She will be alright, won't she? I don't see why not. She's sleeping at the moment. Taro is keeping an eye on her, so we'll know soon enough if there's any change in her condition. Her wounds are healing well. With sufficient rest, I am certain she will make a full recovery. Oh, thank goodness for that. Now, mayhap you would share with us the Council's decision. Each of the nations, Ishgard included, has committed to providing military support to Gridania. The Eorzean Alliance will soon have a significant force in the Black Shroud, ready to respond to any act of aggression. You know, I almost wish the Council would stop messing around and give the Griffin what he wants. I wouldn't like to be the Imperial cop between the Resistance and the Alliance.
Ida, you cannot seriously. One does not lightly go to war with the Gallian Empire. Quite. To open hostilities without due consideration would be to invite disaster. If only there was some way to reach the Griffin. Some means to convince him to abandon this reckless course. It may not be entirely unfeasible. There is a network of tunnels beneath Baelsar's wall. Secret passages dug by the Resistance to provide a way out of Alamigo.
Which may equally serve as a way in.
Precisely. If all are in agreement, I would be the one to undertake the necessary negotiations. I am familiar with the route, and the Resistance is familiar with me.
About as familiar as they are with me, you mean? Say what you want, I'm coming too. I have some experience in the practice of infiltration. If you would have me, my services are at your disposal. God. Jesus Christ.
Thancred, don't be weird. Thancred, don't be weird.
Yeah. As are mine. It has been far too long since I shared a shadow with a shinobi, and I do not intend to waste the opportunity.
Don't be weird.
Don't be weird, Alphino? Alphino, don't be weird. 4 is quite sufficient for an infiltration mission. Greater numbers will only serve to increase the risk of detection. Kryl and I will direct our energies elsewhere. What if you levy yours?
I will return to the East Shroud and stand watch over the border. Should matters take a turn for the worst, it would seem wise to be on hand. Might I prevail upon you to accompany you two? Gridania will be safer for your presence. And while it may not seem the most thrilling duty, dear sister, might I ask that you remain at the Rising Stones to pass on messages and so on?
Or the fort, you mean? Ah, very well. I suppose the task must fall to someone. Safe travels. All of you.
Away we go.
Away we go. Let's see, what do you say? I suspect Tataro would have little trouble facilitating communication between our forces under normal circumstances, but I concede she has her hands full nursing that resistance fighter back to health. No matter. My turn in the field will come. Yeah, we gotta see what the fuck your sword is. Hey, bug boy.
If you have any unfinished business in the toll, pray attend to it now. I would depart for the Hawthorne Hut without delay. The nearby watchtower offers an unobstructed view of Baelsar's wall, and I should be interested to speak to the Alliance commanders who have installed themselves at its top.
Alright. Talk with any NPCs you find.
Oh god, okay, who are we talking to?
I don't know, but if you want to speak to anyone before we leave.
Hello, Papalimo.
Papalimo.
Are we voicing these things?
I mean, if you want.
I may perhaps have exaggerated my standing with the Resistance a little, but I am confident that I have a reasonable chance of putting a stop to this madness before events spiral out of control. Yes, fair to middling at the very least. Your turn to pick one.
Oh boy. Ida.
Ida.
All I'm saying is that it wouldn't be the worst thing if we ended up joining the Griffins' fight against the Empire. I mean, it's gonna happen sooner or later, isn't it? Alright, just those two. I think...
Oh, here we go.
I have a sneaking suspicion that line from Ida is meant towards us, because by this point, they've definitely shown off Stormblood.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Usually they show off the expansion around the .4 patch.
I just had a leaf monster jump on my head.
Amazing. I don't believe you.
Okay.
It's been a hot minute since we've been here. Oh, hi, Opno.
Ah, Gala, Nothota, there you are. Come, Amarisei's spire awaits. The Alliance officers on the platform should be able to apprise us of any developments at the wall.
Fancy meeting the three of you here. We were about to set forth. God, the rains again!
Indeed. I was about to say 12 watch over you, but I doubt you have need of divine protection, even if you are venturing into enemy territory.
Don't worry, Alphino. You'll have the Griffin by the scruff of the neck before you know it.
Do make up your mind, Ida. Nary a moment ago, you seemed ready to shake the Griffin by the hand rather than the neck. So which is it to be? 'Twould be best to decide before we enter into negotiations.
Trust me, Papalimo. I'll shake whatever needs shaking. The talking part, I leave to you.
I think I feel a headache coming on. Let's be on our way, shall we? Ah, some things never change. Well then, shall we make for the spire? Our Alliance friends will doubtless have news for us.
They'll never see me coming in this Garlean light vehicle.
Airpen scoop.
Welcome, Warriors of Light. I assume you're here to speak with our commanding officers? You will find them on the observation... You will find them on the observation platform. Pray proceed.
Observatorium.
Observatorium. Hilda?
Husband!
Yeah.
I think I probably peaked my mic there.
You definitely did. I got the gist.
I'm trying to remember his voice. Greetings, my friends. It is good to see you both well. I think he's got a little bit of an accent, but...
Have you ever seen Shulk in Smash Brothers?
No.
Alright, I can't help you. I was hoping you might turn up. I'd have to watch here, see, and the sight of you might help remind him why we bothered. Oh, fuck. I'm Ricky.
You are Ricky.
I am Ricky. If memory serves, I've not seen many of you since the day of the Grand Melee. Having borne the brunt of your blows, may I say what an honor it is to stand at your side. Ricky, we serve in the same company. Ricky, you're my command. Ricky, we're co-workers.
You're my commanding officer. 'Tis heartening indeed to see the realm's most stalwart defenders thus gathered in common cause. Speaking of which, what news from the wall? Hoi Loy!
Which one was Hoi Loy?
Hoi Loy! I forgot about Hoi Loy! I think I'm Hoi Loy. And the boring lines. Okay, I said get one in. All has been quiet.
Oh, you just had to say it, didn't you?
The boing lines. Oh. What? What? The Seven Hells! Fighting has broken out on top of the wall! A full-scale assault! So the Griffin has made his move. Someone has.
And what's that supposed to mean?
The attackers, they're wearing Grand Company colors.
Impossible. We gave no such order.
Of course. The wall was never the Griffin's target, it was bait. We've been goaded into deploying our armies nearby, thus lending weight to his deception. If those uniforms were convincing enough to deceive my scouts, the Empire will surely think we've launched an offensive. This could mean war. Even so, this may yet be no more than a diversion. With the armies of the Alliance occupying the Empire's attention, it would be comparatively easy for the Griffin's supporters to slip into Alamico. He could then incite a rebellion amongst the populace, which the Imperial reserves would be hard-pressed to contain. Eorzea, meanwhile, would be plunged into chaos. Thala, Nothota, we must make for the wall at once. What, just the two of you? That's very much not what he sounds like.
No, that is probably very much what he sounds like.
Oh god.
You gotta remember, like, everyone here is British.
Yeah. Our companions embarked on a mission to sway the Griffin from his course, and are likely halfway to his command post by now. They will emerge in the midst of a raging battle, and I do not mean to abandon them to their fate. It will be dangerous, aye, but the confusion may yet work to our advantage. If we are careful to avoid the skirmishing, it may yet be possible to reach the Griffin, and if we can do that... Lady Hilda, might I ask that you have an airship ready to bear the Scions to safety?
I don't know who this Lady Hilda is, Marshal, but you can count on me. We must prepare for Imperial reprisals. May the Navigator guide us through the storm.
That's quite a spear he's got, I just noticed that.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Oh, cutscene. Cut to the scene. Ugh, I want that armor. Pisses me off that I can't get it.
Forward, comrades! The time has come to drive the Empire from Alamigo and force upon action upon those who have turned their backs to our sufferings for so long. Let this victory be the first step in the liberation of our homeland. Alamigo will be free, no matter the cost.
From what Papalimo told me, the trail ahead should lead us into the shadow of the wall. As we have two objectives, I suggest we divide our forces. I shall make straightways for the tunnels and attempt to intercept our comrades ere they stumble into a bloodbath. While I do so, I must ask that you scale the wall. Know that I would not propose such a course if there were any other way. But the time for subtlety is past. Take a band of your most trusted companions and cut a path through to the Griffin. They can see reason by any means necessary. My axe.
Yeah.
Once we are free of the tunnels, we will make for your position with all due haste. And if everything proceeds according to plan, Hilda will then swoop in and spirit us all away to safety. I will only pray that we have enough time. What a weird salute.
Yep. Thank God we're not part of the Twin Adder.
Maelstrom for life.
Alright. Unfortunately.
Alright,